You mentioned Cooper DeJean and versatility. Where do you come down on how they use him this year, right? Because last year they found a spot, right? He became the nickel corner, and he was great at that. And I know at college he did a lot of things. Seems like early in minicamp, a little bit on the outside. Vic mentioned safety. Do you like that, or is it more like, hey, he's good at this, let's leave him in the nickel?
No, listen, I love it. I mean, you got to figure out whether he can handle it all, because if he can handle it all, then, you have a player like Brian Dawkins. Like Brian Dawkins, you can line him up anywhere. You can line him up at outside backer. You can line him up in the box. You can line him up at free safety. You can line him up at strong safety, 5 and 4 off the ball. You could do a myriad of different things with him. So you like to have a player like that because it gives you versatility. And, the Eagles are always in the insurance policy. Jalen Hurts was an insurance policy as far as, Carson Wentz was concerned. You look at them, they did everything that they could, to figure out how they were going to get Dallas out of here. They signed 2 insurance policies before coming to the point where they, came to terms on keeping him. So the Eagles are always about insurance policy. So I like the fact that, they're moving Cooper around to see what he can do, because if you need him in outside, you're going to find out now whether you can play him outside. If you need him at safety, you're going to figure out now whether you can actually play him at safety. You already know what he can do in the slot. He's already proven himself there. Speaking
of, sitting down with us right now, you couldn't have better timing than that. Eagles, I'll call him defensive back, Cooper DeJean. Cooper, how you doing, man?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me.
We're excited to have you.
What's happening, boss?
We were just talking about you and what you're doing here in terms of your position. Like last year, you got in and you played nickel, right? And you played it really well. This year feels like maybe there's a chance they move you around a little bit more. Is it difficult for you, or is it a challenge to kind of know where to be in every spot, or are you like, hey, just put me out there, I'll figure it out?
Yeah, I think playing nickel, I feel like it helped me, learn the other positions as well. You just, playing inside, you learn where all your help is, whether you're getting help from the corner or you're getting help from the safety. So ever since I got here, I've tried to learn every single position, because I feel like that makes me better as a defensive player, just knowing where everybody is on the field and what their job is. So I have no problem, moving inside, outside, back to safety, whatever it is. I feel like I've tried to learn those positions ever since I got in here.
So, Cooper, where does that mindset come from? Because you very rarely hear a young player talk about that, but I learned that real early in my career as I began to learn the defense. What my job was supposed to be in the process. I was a visual learner, so I wrote everything down. I drew everything out so I could see it. And in that process, I knew where the tackles were supposed to be on every running play, where the ends were supposed to be, who had contained, where the outside help was. I learned every position across the board. If we ran a blitz and it didn't get home, I could tell you before Monday film why it didn't get home. So where do you get that mindset, that, hey, I want to figure out what everybody else does, because the more of an understanding that I have of what everybody else is doing, the more effective I can be in what I'm doing, and I know where I have to play it by the letter and where I can take chances.
Yeah, I think it started in college. I came in as a safety in college, and then I played nickel, and then I played corner as well. So, it just started from there, and I learned, how much it meant to, be able to learn all the positions and their jobs and where they're supposed to be on certain coverages and certain blitzes, whatever it may be. So I think ever since I got here, I was writing down notes on what the safeties were supposed to do in every call, what the nickel was supposed to do in every call, what the corner was supposed to do in every call. I think it just helps me be a better defensive player as well. Not that I had the thought that I'd play every single position, but just the fact that it helped me be a better defensive player for our defense. Just understanding what everybody's job was, and to make it somewhat easier on myself. If that position arose where I'd be at that position and have to learn it. So I think it helped me pick it up faster.
I guess I'll give you the layup, the feeling, the pick six. What was going through your mind? Was it an out-of-body experience? What was it like on the sideline seconds after to try and recover and be like, whoa, I really just did that? What was that? What was that like?
It was an out-of-body experience. Yeah. It was. I don't remember many thoughts running through my head when I was running it back. I just know that I was excited and and out of breath. I had to get the oxygen mask on the sideline. Everybody was trying to hand it to me, just to try and catch my breath, because you score a touchdown on defense, you got to go right back out there. But yeah, it was really awesome, and just to hear the stadium and the way everybody reacted to when it happened, and the point in the game it happened too was huge. Just give that 17-0 lead and then come back, and Zach Bond makes a great play and makes an interception right before the half. Really gave us, helped us keep the momentum going into halftime, and help us keep our lead.
I'm curious. We just had Reed on, your podcast partner, a couple minutes ago, and I asked him, did you at any point in that game, did you guys realize what you were doing, or are you kind of so locked in? Because you kicked their ass. I mean, you took it down a dynasty. You won the game, which a lot of people thought you could, but you dominated the game. Did you feel it during the game, or was it more like, hey, it's not over yet, just get to the zeros on the clock, or did you feel like, hey, we're doing a good job here today?
You all throughout that game, you think about the Patriots-Falcons game, and what happened in that game. So, and they have Patrick Mahomes. They have a good offense. They have all the tools to score points. And so I don't think it really hit me. Going into halftime, I was probably as nervous as I was all year. Just understanding what they could do on offense and understanding our job and what we had to do in the second half to be able to close the thing out. So I don't think it was really till the fourth quarter that really sunk in. Like we really did that, and we kind of put a beating on them a little bit. One of the best teams in the NFL. So I think it was just a mindset to come out focused in the second half and continue to finish the game, because the game's never over, especially when you got guys like they have on their offense and the Chiefs.
No question.
It wasn't a little bit. It was an ass kick.
It was.
You can't say it, but I can say it. It was an ass
We'll
kick.
just keep saying it for you.
Hey, listen, guys, I got to run. The T is calling my name.
We got you guys.
Man.
We know they are.
Good to meet you, Cooper.
Great to meet you.
We appreciate it. Cooper DeJean, Seth Joyner, thanks for joining us.
It's a big-ass DB, man. Good Lord.
Playing everywhere. He's versatile. We appreciate it. There we go.
Appreciate
Seth Joyner and Cooper DeJean with us here on the Midday Show.